Hi everyone. Today I wanted to show a tutorial for how I animated in a light motion because my friend asked for one, and here is how I make it. Yeah. So first you wanna get your model. Here's how I separated my layers. And I already saved it, so we can skip this part. Now I have A-Light Motion right here, and what I'm gonna do now is that I'm going to be posting my media or my photos in here, and you'll see them as a clear layer if you save it as a clear image without a background. So what you want to do is that you want to click on this right here, and you want to pick your first layers. So you do it like this in this order, or and yeah, um I don't really know how to explain it, but this is the order I'm doing. Yeah. Anyways, after that, what I do is that I like to rename my layers, so I'll be right back after doing that. So I did the thing, the renaming layers now, and this is the actual tweening part. But first, what I like to do is that I like to parent every single layer to another part, which would make sense. For example, I putting the hair, front hair with the head because it makes sense. And yeah. So uh, uh so you can parent it with the layer you think makes most sense, but I'll be right back after doing that. And quick tip, you can always watch other tutorials to do this. And yeah. Okay, I'm just back from parenting, and this is how it's like. And for context, what parenting does is that you have to connect this layer, for example. Wait, what? Not okay. This layer. What? Some technical difficulties later. This layer with one of these layers, and this layer right here, the head layer, will become the parent of this. And what happens when you parent something is that it becomes, well, the main movement source, I guess you can say. Something like that. Anyways, time for pivot points. And to activate moving pivot points, you have to click this button right here. You have to click this, and then this button right here. And there you have it. You can place wherever the pivot point makes most sense to you, because I know that depending on where you place the pivot point, that's how it rotates. And the nose and mouth can be literally wherever, but I like to put it in the middle. Ooh, I think that's somewhere around the middle. I don't know. Then some of these pivot points don't really matter, but I think it's reasonable for you guys to place them, especially the iris pivot points and the head pivot points and the overall body pivot points, I guess. I think that's really useful. Um, yeah. So some of these, like I said, won't really matter, but I would suggest placing them just so it makes a little more sense for you. Yeah, here is I'm showcasing where I placed them right now. And for the hair, I like to place it where they go. Okay, I like to place it on the top of the head, so it's like that, I guess. Like, you can do cool, like, animations like that or something. Most people separate the hair into, like, different parts, but I'm not doing that. And then, like, you're almost ready, basically. And now, what you can do is get into the main part, the animating. Animating, yeah. So here is how I'm gonna be showcasing. Place 2 keyframes and have one moving like this, the other moving like literally wherever you want, really. And then like this doesn't look very right? Like this looks pretty alright, but you definitely wouldn't want this. So what you can do is add graphs. So here is how I apply mine. So this part right here is this, like the down part right here is the slow. This part right here is like going faster. Yeah, so you can do like different kinds of keyframes, but it really doesn't matter. Actually, it kind of does if you want, depending on how smooth you want it. Like, showcase. See? Like, it's kind of smooth. But you can also use these keyframes. Now, for context, you have to watch an ad. And what this one does, right, like the one I'm having right now, is that it's kind of bouncy. So if I place one like this is what's happening, but that's a lot. So you can do this to reduce the counts. For example, let's do about like 4. Yeah, 4. And there you go. That looks very nice. And now this is like adds a little bounce for going to the original spot. Like that. Like it looks very smooth. Now what this does is that it's like, I would say, sharp movements. So here is what many people do, I guess, I think. Like something like that. And it works out well. Like, but like you can make it as sharp as you want or something. But the more like this you make it, the more like that happens. And I'm gonna keep it pretty nice and keep it like that. And this one is going crazy. Yeah, that's my best explanation. This one is like, it's very choppy. Like, if you do this, like if you adjust it a little bit, I don't know what, oh, it makes it more smoother. How did I not know that? Like, it does that, but if you make it sharper, this is what it does. You can control it however you want, but this is just how I would do it, even though I don't typically use it. There's 2 kinds, and like this is what the second one does, kind of. Yeah, I think you get the point. I'll use this one for this animation, however, and keep this like that. And yeah, next is like, I guess, how I'm gonna move it. So for this one, I'm also gonna be doing this. And like for this, like, you know, it's already like there. I'm gonna be moving it even downer. Then I'm gonna add a slight bounce to it. Like, showcase. Like this, I guess you can say. Like a slight bounce. And let me just remove whatever that is. And yeah, we can, and for this, I'll make it go like that. I'll make it move a little more upwards. And then we're going to be copying this curve, apparently it's called. Then, oh, wrong thing. Then we can apply it on the hair. Like that. Like, it's very satisfying, I would say. I don't know if I'm using the word right. But I'm also going to be adding, like, fixing the height and the width. So I'm going to be making the height longer and shorter at some points. Then we're going to be adding the same keyframe, curve again. Like, it looks very cool, I think. And then, yeah, that's the basic part. Yeah, and for the eyes, okay, let's make her bald. Bald, actually, yeah, bald. Excuse me? Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening. It's technical difficulties. Yeah, don't mind that. Also, the red marks are bookmarks, I believe that's what they're called. And anyways, for the eyes, the way I drew them, it's gonna be easier for me to animate. So, oh my god, why are the keyframes so odd? Sorry, pivot points. Why do I keep getting my words mixed up? Then, like, I do that, planning, that's my plan. And we're going to be adding a keyframe, but we're going to be making it slightly shorter. Somewhere around here. Wait, sorry. Like here, we're going to be moving it down. Words. And yeah. And for this area right here, let's make it go back up. And then, oh my god, what keyframe did I add? Oh, regular. Then what is happening? Yeah, guys, technical difficulties again. Now, here's what it looks like so far. I think I might do something else later. And now we can fix the iris. Now I have to figure out where okay, we didn't even place it properly. Great. And now we can fix the iris. So first what I'm going to do is that I'm going to be figuring out the bookmarks so it is more easier for me. And this is where the first keyframe is. First two keyframes, actually. And what we're going to do here, I don't know why I placed the irises there. They're not even supposed to go there. And we're going to be doing here, like I said, like twice. Going to be making it more tinier. Seeing it a little there. So now it's hidden. Now the blinking looks kind of smooth to me and I like it. Now we are going to be doing the same thing to the other eye, and I hate that. Also, this only applies to me like this, because, like, this is how I animate. Oh my god. What happened? Okay, more technical difficulties, unfortunately. Yeah, no. What? Huh? Okay, head and you right here. Go here. Yeah. There are a lot of technical difficulties. things and we do not talk about it. Like, okay, now it's fixed. Yeah. And yeah, we can focus on the blinking now. We'll make it about the same area and we'll make it go back up. So this is what it looks like so far. Now we can fix it again. Is that the wrong thing? No, it's not. Okay. This is where this is supposed to go. So make it more teenier. Okay, and now we make it tiny-ish. Yeah. And then we can move it, like hide it, and just do that. So, like, this will probably turn out really low quality, but so far that's what the blinking is looking like. Very Coolio, very Tulio, I guess. And yeah, so like that's very basic, and this is my first ever tutorial. So yeah. You can just export like with this button, but I'm not gonna be doing that. And yeah, you can add more stuff if you want, but I'm not going to. So bye.